What's going on, people? It is your boy, MMA Crease King Jr., coming back to you with another video. And before I get started, I just wanted to shout out to, the big homie Ray Hurd, aka Mr. Topo from Dragon Ball Super. Found out that he was he was a Rippaverse fan. So like, if you guys are ever in the area, man, go up to Ray Hurd and just get you something, man. Like, he's a cool dude, and he showed me love and all that, man. Also, shout out to the Anime Fest, to my boy Jay Ara. Shout out to you, brother. I went to your convention on Sunday, and it was a great anime fest. Shout out to him, JR, and his family out in the Houston area. Love you guys, and of course, Anime Matsuri. Shout out to y'all guys, man. Like, you guys brought in flow, dude. You helped a brother out on his childhood, collegehood more than anything, because the Naruto's openings were pretty badass. So yeah, that was awesome. That whole entire weekend was fun. So in today's video, you obviously we're gonna get into everybody wants to know my thoughts on the new Superman movie. And I got good things and bad things. And guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not even gonna ramble this video. This is actually I'm actually gonna take this one a little bit seriously today. And so, first, but did I like the movie? Actually, I like the movie. I think the movie was good. I did a small little review, the on Friday, out of the theater review, and I enjoyed the Superman movie. I thought it was good. Um, I think it's a solid. Not saying it's a perfect, but it's a solid beginning to the new DCU. There's some problems in this movie, of course, which we will dive into. Um, but yes, for me, this is just me. It's a 7.5 out of 8 out of 10. You know, yeah. So, okay. So, let's start up with the things that I loved about the movie. What I loved about this Superman movie was, one, Superman is like us. You know, he's trying to find his way in life. He's trying to he's trying to embrace everything about his culture. Um, you know, his human roots, his Kryptonian roots. He's trying to figure it all out. Of course, what I love about this Superman is he's not overpowered. He's actually, which a lot of people were criticizing him getting beaten up a lot. But to me, I thought I actually enjoyed that. You want to know why? Because for years and years, we all kept on saying, what, I can't relate with Superman because he gets it done so quick, he gets it done so fast. Or like Superman is too all powerful being, or Superman is corny and stuff like that. All the negative things about Superman, and I like this version of Superman strictly because he's a little bit vulnerable. He doesn't always win the fight, but damn it, man, he's like Rocky, man. He gets back up and he keeps on going. He still keeps on fighting. He doesn't back down. He doesn't give up, and that's what I love about this Superman, and why me personally, I'm putting him over a little bit over Henry Cavill, is because there's the heart in there, in this movie. So that's what I loved about this Superman. Um, what else? Crypto, dude. I loved Crypto. I think Crypto was cool. Yeah, Crypto, the super dog. Honestly, despite popular opinion, I know a lot of people didn't like Crypto because it's because of James Gunn's dog or something. well, Crypto's not really all in the movie like that. Like he's there when you need him to be. Um, Nicholas Holt, he was great as Lex Luthor. Uh, just like I said, I knew he was gonna kill it, knock it out of the park. So Nicholas Holt, good job on that. Rachel Brosnahan, oh my goodness, really beautiful, very very beautiful, great Lois. I think yeah, she like this her and David Cornsweet had that chemistry with each other. Um there's a little bit of negative part in the movie which I will get to sooner or whatever on what I didn't like about the movie, but overall Rachel as Lois Lane, great. Um the Justice Gang, like Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, just amazing. Um I forgot the actor who plays Mr. Terrific. He stole the movie, which I thought that was awesome. You know, like finally, we started to get some black superheroes that are just not on the sidelines. It's actually in the plot, like they're given something to do and not just stand there and just like scratching their head or like rubbing two nickels together. I'm looking at you, Josh Whedon, and yeah, so yeah, the yeah, also another thing that I loved about this movie was the colors. Oh my goodness, it's so different from the Zack Snyder verse. Hold on, give me 1 second. Now, before I want to hear anything from you Snyder cultists saying like I'm a James Gunn glazer, James Gunn fanboy, you see these? You see these? You see these? Just want to Snyder cut Aquaman, Shazam, the shitty Josh Whedon cut, the shitty Suicide Squad, the shitty Batman v Superman, which I like the Ultimate Edition, but it's still shit. Wonder Woman was dope, and of course, Man of Steel. I don't like I don't want to hear that I'm a James Gunn glazer or anything like that. I'm a fan of superhero movies. I just wanted to at least like to put this in the damn video just to before I go in on the Snyderverse. Listen, like I like it's so different. The James Gunn universe, the DCU is so different. Um, and once again, I showed you my proof. So like I don't want to hear nothing in the comment section. Listen, yeah, the David Cornsweet is better than Henry Cavill as Superman. It just is what it is. I don't care. Like he's my new Superman. And once again, I love Henry Cavill. I got the media to prove it. Like I like Henry Cavill. I think Henry Cavill's a solid Superman. I wouldn't buy the freaking Zack Snyder universe if I didn't like care about the heroes or whatever. But this is my new Superman. Like I love David Cornsweet as Superman. I like at first I was a little nervous on how he's gonna do, but he did great as Superman. And yes, um, the 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 Metropolis was looking good. The Daily Planet was looking good. The Fortress of Solitude was looking so good. Um, now, now, yes, okay. So that's all the greatness of the movie. Like the for like the, I gave it its flowers on the things that um how I feel about the new James Gunn movie, like the all the positives or whatever. Now, all the negatives of this movie. All right, so one of the main things that I will agree with some of my other peers is that the pacing was just way too fast, bro. It was way too fast. My goodness, it felt like the Flash, man, just going 55 miles per hour, man. It was just like they were just like the beginning of the first half of the movie. It was like going so quick, bro. I was like, oh my goodness, dude, let me breathe, man. It's like Superman is fighting literally like the first couple of minutes of the movie, like that first scene that we saw, you if you watched the clip already, uh where Superman is like in the hole like Yamcha, like that whole entire scene, it is one big old scene. That was that went so fast. There was not enough time to breathe. With the sun. Um, another thing that I kind of thought was a little odd was like the uh like Lex's thing on have his Superman like have his robot find like it's a video game, like he's been calculating Superman's moves a little bit. I thought that was a little weird. It was a little strange. I kind of didn't like that. Um, another thing that I did not like about this movie is the the woman that played Hot Girl. I can't think of the actress's name. Forgive me. If you ever watched this video, but first, like you very beautiful actress. Another positive about this universe. Good job, DCU. You're making women great again. Okay, we're starting to see feminine. The male gaze is coming back, and that is great for everybody. Women want to see themselves look good. Men definitely want to see it good. So thank you. Like thank you for James Gunn knows what it is. Like he understands, okay? Like I knew he knew superheroes. Cuz I'm sorry, Marvel MCU, your universe is just blue ball, man. Like you can't have no fun whatsoever. Everybody's covered up. No one wants to talk to nobody. Everybody is just like talking and like they don't want to look like women don't want to look like women no more, man. I'm so happy. Thank you. Thank you once again. Thank you, James Gunn, making women great again. Woo, man. We had lots of hot women in the DCU. So like thank you, James Gunn. See, I knew you were my guy, okay? You understand, all right? Um, but yeah, Hawk Girl, she did not do anything other than that last scene of the movie where of course like the kid is holding up the flag, like praying that Superman will come. And yeah, the and she was the one that rallied up the Justice Gang. Another thing, the Justice Gang, like um, although I liked them, I liked Mr. Fantastic, and I like Guy Gardner's Green Lantern, played by Nathan Fillion. I felt they was a little bit annoying. I thought they were kind of popping up a little too much, but for the most part, like once again, it's really the fast pace of the movie. It was going 25 miles per hour. It was going so quick. Um, Also, what's another thing? Um, the Kents. Okay, so I definitely agree with this. I understand that they're from the Kansas and they're from the South, but I'm not gonna lie, I was a little offended about this. Like, listen, not all of us Southern people talk with a Southern drawl. Yes, Maul. What's up, Paul? Like, yeah, I was like, oh nah, come on, James. Nah, come on, man. Why you gotta do Southerners like that, man? Like, I feel a little offended right there. Okay, a little offended right there. But overall, that's a little nitpick or whatever. Like, the Kents were awesome. They actually another good scene. David Corn Sweat and the guy that played Paul Kent. Uh Dude, like they had that father and son moment where they like looked in each other's eyes and like, oh yeah, yes, they looked in each other's eyes because I'm about to talk about it, and like they were talking about Clark's real parents, Jarrell and Kara, and how what happens in the message or whatever. But Paul Kent is like looking at him and just saying like, dude, it doesn't matter where you come from. If your parents were like that or whatever, guess what? We raised you. That's all that matters. That's all that. That's all that's good. However, and yeah, so him and Paul Kent, like they were embracing each other and telling him, no matter what your original parents were like, I'm your father. Your Martha is your mother. We took care of you, and that's all that matters. Um, oh yeah, another thing that I did not like was like Clark's original parents. I did not like the fact that they made it a joke. Um, that there's a part of the movie where the where Jarrell and his wife uh trying to send Clark a message. It's the last message, and mind you, this is Superman year 3. So like if we're including Smallville, by the time he finds the ship and the Fortress of Solitude, he's probably had that message roughly maybe 5 to 6 years, 7 years total or whatever. Like 5 years of him being like in Smallville, like mastering his powers sort of, and then like the 3 years of him being actual Superman, and he's trying to figure out what his birth parents are saying. Um, Lex Luthor breaks into the Fortress of Solitude because, of course, Lex Luthor has to is trying to get dirt on Superman, but since Superman has this squeaky clean image, it's hard to get funding for his project. So he sends that kaiju to attack the people. Which I once again another great scene is where Superman is fighting the kaiju. I love that scene because it's like it's something Superman, you know. Um, and yeah, like I know a lot of my peers were saying that they didn't like the kaiju stuff, but I love the kaiju stuff. I thought that was awesome. Like Superman fighting a random kaiju, and we need to get back to having some of those like fun moments in comic books or whatever of like just random like monsters or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, Lex Luthor breaks into the Fortress of Solitude. He gathers the information and he translates it or whatever of that second part where it's breaking up of the message that was in Kryptonian, and basically where they said was, and this is where the joking of James Gunn goes a little way too far. Somebody needs to reel him in. Like sometimes you got to have those. I understand you're the creator. I mean the owner of the DCU, man, but they gotta reel you in, brother, because this was crazy. They basically just said that Clark needed to like get rid of the human population, and he needed to spread his seed, and like he basically had a harem throughout the whole entire movie. That was supposed to be the joke. That was supposed to be the punchline joke of the movie, and we were thinking that they were gonna recorrect it at the end or something, or maybe maybe Brainiac was the one that was hacking the message, or they're gonna put this into the next movie. This is where I actually agree with Gary from Nerdrotic. That's stupid. Like you need to recorrect it in the movie at the present time, because the retcon is gonna be stupid because you're probably gonna get a lot of backlash from a lot of Superman fans saying like, "Hey man, like Jarrell will never say that or do that of him trying to basically commit genocide and like take over the human race. That's not Jarrell at all, like at all. So that's another negative that I did not like. Another negative is, like I said, with Rachel Brosnahan and and David Cornsweet, they were great Lois and Clark. But you know what was the bad part about this movie was there was not enough Lois and Clark, unfortunately. There were some moments with them were like arguing in the kitchen and that big old long conversation of them like yelling at each other. Now a lot of people are saying that yeah, Superman was being um how could I say, like sensitive and everything. I thought having a human moment. Um, Also another thing, a lot of people were saying that they didn't like it where Crypto was kidnapped and Superman was being overly emotional. And once again, you took his dog. That's his only connected to his family outside of the message that he got as a baby. And also spoiler talk that his cousin Kara, basically Supergirl, she's in the movie, but like she's not doing anything important or anything. He's basically taking care of Crypto or whatever. But still, the dog is one of his only connections to Krypton, and of course the robots and stuff too in his ship as a kid. So of course, anything like that, Superman is gonna find that with very great value. Uh, and when that's your only connection, how are you supposed to react or whatever? Like you're not gonna be stoic. You're gonna be pissed off or whatever. So yeah, I disagree with Gary and Jeremy on that part. Like I didn't have a problem with that. That was a human moment. Any of if somebody stole our dog or whatever, we'll do the same thing. I call BS on that when people are gonna like take it all like all nonchalant. Oh, I'm going to be stoic. Oh, Superman. Superman should be stoic. No, that's an idiot. No, no, you're an idiot if you believe that. I'm sorry. Like Superman had a human moment. I excuse it. I think it's good. I've read enough comic books to say like he had a human moment. It's okay. All right, relax, guys. All right, what else? There's a lot more positives than negatives. Like, like I said, like it's just really the pacing was so fast. I think they needed to slow it down, have more human moments. Yes, another thing. Metamorpho, he's hardly in the movie. Yeah, Metamorpho was just there or whatever. He served like a small purpose in the movie, but I felt like they wasted his time. Hot Girl Metamorpho. Hopefully they get some more screen time in other projects. Maybe in the new Peacemaker series, they'll probably make an appearance and help Peacemaker or something. Oh, and shout out to John Cena. He makes a little appearance too, so I thought that was awesome. Um, what else in the movie? Oh man, yeah, I think that's all the negatives, man. Like it's just the fast pacing. The comedy. It was way too much comedy. I think James Gunn played it up way too much, and I understand he did not want to trust this with anybody else because it's the first movie in the new universe. So to me, I think James Gunn did the best of his ability. He understands these superheroes. He cares about these characters. Um, so yeah, I to me, I love Superman. I highly recommend that you go watch this movie. I think it's a 7.5, 8 out of 10. It has its problems. I have my concerns. But good thing, the tone, like it's not all gonna be just like a straight up like James Gunn like S type of movies. Like each movie that he already said that it's gonna have its own tone. So definitely, I'm excited for the Clayface movie. I'm definitely want to see that because that's gonna hint where Batman is in Gotham City in the DCU. Um, there was a lot of Easter eggs inside Superman too. So basically, they saying that basically Batman is a thing in the DCU. Um, And yeah, man, it was cool, man. Like, and no, the movie wasn't woke or anything like that. A lot of people are twisting Dean Cain's words. Shout out to the great Dean Cain. Uh, I think I like Dean Cain, but like Tom Welling is better, man. I'm gonna go with I got a picture of Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum right here. Like shout out to Dean Cain if he ever watches this video. But like your Superman is a little corny, eh, but I like it for what it is. I like it for what it is. But yeah, man, yeah, I say you go check this movie out. However, I understand you guys love Gary from Neurotic. I love Gary too, and I love Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, and they have the right to their opinions on this movie. Um, I'm in the camp of go watch it, man. Like I enjoyed it once again. It's a messy movie. I'm not gonna say, but to me, the James Gunn Superman movie is it's an 8 out of 10. It is better than Man of Steel. I always gave Man of Steel like a 7 out of 10 because I just felt it just didn't feel like Superman. Like I had more fun with the James Gunn movie. Like that was just me. Like I liked it all the comic book stuff. Like it was a comic book come to life. But yeah, James, my main two things of this movie is too fast of a plot and too many jokes. Other than that, I enjoyed it. Go watch it. 8 out of 10. 7.5, 8 out of 10. Um and this weekend, I mean, oh, and also shout out to my man Derek Anderson. Hopefully we can get you on the DA. Shout out to him and the anime heads too. Like hopefully we can get you guys on the on For the Homies podcast. We won't be having any guests this week. So shout out to Big Dog Jake. Shout out to Phantom X. Shout out to my boy Liquid Ebola. Like, share, and subscribe. And you guys have a super duper hopeful day. Peace and love.